What's up, fellow DoTERRAites? Andrew Donovan here, and welcome to this episode here in the forum. It's episode 20. We are doing a Convention 2019 recap. So whether you were at convention and you want a little bit of a sizzle reel that you can share with other people on your team, or whether you missed convention live and you want to know what happened, this is the episode for you. So as you're hopping on, hi Don, good to see you guys. Can you all hear me and see me okay? Where is everybody coming from? And those of you who are at convention, tell me in the comments what was your favorite takeaway or part of convention. And if you weren't at convention, then write in the comments what do you want to know, and I will take some time to answer those questions. This year's convention was, as usual, unreal, exceeded all expectations, and I want to spend a few moments going over a few things with you. I'm going to share with you what I think are the most exciting new products, because there were a lot of new products, and they're all exciting, but there were some really, really good ones. I also want to talk to you about some of the humanitarian initiatives that you might not be aware of. And that's not something that you want to gloss over or tune out, because this is where you know what the heart of your company is. And it's a really, really good heart that we're dealing with here. So there's some cool things there. And then there's some new research that came out that I'm going to share with you on rose oil and the new Adaptive line, as well as some updates on Meridian, the healthcare initiative. So the clinic is already up and running. I'll talk about that. And then I have an exciting announcement to share at the end too. So let's see. Tammy Lee says, I'm in South Africa, couldn't make convention. Well, Tammy, what do you want to know that you think you may have missed? What questions do you have? So first of all, let's talk about just what I think are the most exciting new products. I'm not going to go over all of them because my dear friend Megan Reeves and I already did a products recap video that's right here on this Facebook page. So you can go watch that if you want to see what all of the new products are. But I'm just going to show you my 4 favorite ones. So the first one is this. This is the Turmeric Dual Chamber Capsules. This is a really cool thing. This has been 3 years of research and technology development in the making. Who loves turmeric, and what do you use it for? If you remember when doTERRA first released turmeric oil last year, they explained the difference between the botanical, which contains a whole bunch of chemistry that is different from what's in the isolated essential oil. The turmerones are what's specific in the oil. Well, doTERRA had this dream of combining the benefits of the botanical with the benefits of the essential oil. And so these capsules, they're little orange capsules that kind of look like PB Assist because it's a capsule inside a capsule. The outer capsule contains the essential oil, and the inner capsule contains the actual botanical, the ground up turmeric. And the benefits are really interesting. So most companies that sell turmeric capsules or some kind of turmeric supplement, they have a kind of delivery enhancement mechanism built into it. And there's several, I think there were eight common ones that are used, and the different enhancers that companies will use to make the turmeric more effective. Well, a lot of research has shown that it actually has different ramifications with it might make the turmeric more absorbable, but it decreases the effectivity of other compounds in the turmeric. And some of it is just garbage that you don't want in your body anyway. And so doTERRA found that their unique delivery mechanism, by combining the botanicals and the oil into one, it actually drastically enhances the effectivity of both the oil and the botanical. Is that so interesting? So it took them 3 years to develop new technology for this delivery mechanism, because they had to nail down even the pressure inside the capsule chambers to make sure that it had its perfect effect. And so what you get is this incredible synergy of the botanical plus the oil, and no other company has this. This is very doTERRA exclusive. So who's excited for this? By the way, you already know what you'd use this for. Pain and inflammation, and it supports all kinds of internal organ functions. It's incredible. So would you like to see what my favorite new oil is? This is very self-indulgent for me to tell you my favorite new oil. This is black spruce. And if you know me, you know that I love woodsy oils. Arbor vitae, cedarwood, Douglas fir. I consumed, the first year Douglas fir came out, I think we consumed like 15 bottles in a year. Just me and Jeffrey. Mostly me, because I love it so much. This is really different. Douglas fir is a lot sweeter when you compare it side by side with the black spruce. And the black spruce has more of an intense piney smell. It comes from a special part of the world called the boreal forest, which covers 11% of the world's botanical spectrum, you could say. And the boreal forest is in northern Canada and northern Russia, so right over the top of the world, of the northern hemisphere of the earth. And it's a really cool oil because it comes from what we'd call a completely green energy cycle. So it's a closed system, meaning that in the forest, they have the distillery next door to the power plant, and the power plant is fueled by burning byproduct from leftover tree material after the trees are cut down. They burn that to generate the electricity that then creates the steam that is used to distill the essential oil. So it's a totally closed circuit, so very eco-friendly. And of course, the oil itself has incredible health benefits. As most furs do, it's good for respiratory function and for muscle aches and pains. One of the things that's very unique about this oil specifically, though, is there's a compound in it, and I'm going to pull up in my notes because I don't remember everything perfectly well. So it has a compound called boronal acetate, and black spruce contains about 15 to 45% of boronal acetate, and boronal acetate inhibits an enzyme called tyrosinase, and that's the enzyme that produces the dark pigment in your skin. Age spots, you guys. So if you have hyperpigmentation, maybe you wore bergamot in the sun and got that hyperpigmentation on your skin where the oil was, or whether you just have darkening spots on your skin, this is what you would use for spot treatment on the spots. Is that incredible? I love it, and it smells so good. So it makes me emotional just because it smells so yummy. Okay, next favorite product. This is Yarrow Palm Body Spray. So it's pretty cool. It's the Yarrow palm oil that you love, but they added some extra ingredients. So it also includes things like pomegranate seed oil, of course, sunflower oil, avocado, grapeseed oil extract, and then a lot of other things like argan and some coffee seed extract and some yuzu peel, which is a Japanese citrus fruit. Just things that are really, really yummy for the skin, but also one of the things that's really fascinating about this is we know that Yarrow palm is an incredible regenerative essential oil. And so we use it on our face to get rid of the wrinkles and keep us looking young. Well, naturally you would think that this is going to help with tightening your skin and just helping your skin all over your body look beautiful. But consider for a moment the internal ramifications of absorbing a regenerative oil from your largest organ, your skin, and having that organ suck the oil into internal parts of your body. What are the regenerative properties of this oil and all its synergistic counterparts doing inside your body once the absorption happens? Curious, huh? It's a cool product. And it smells good too. It doesn't smell... I actually combine a little bit of Douglas fir with my Yarrow palm when I put it on my face, because the Yarrow palm smells a little bit like a bale of straw to me, and that's not my favorite smell. But this by itself smells really good. It's kind of fruity. Okay, last thing, and someone already said here in the questions. Let's see, it was Iwalani said adaptive is the thing she's most excited about. Those of you guys that are hopping on live, what's your favorite convention takeaway? And if you didn't go live, then what do you want to know? So this, my friends, is one of the most revolutionary things I think doTERRA has done in a long time. It's called Adaptive. And inside this box are 3 little products. You have the Adaptive Complex. They're little capsules with different herbs and botanicals. And then you have 2 oils. It's the same oil blend, just one of them is the straight oil that you put in your diffuser, and one of them is the touch roll-on that you would apply. So you've probably seen all the buzz about this. It's for, and I can say this because I'm not a wellness advocate anymore. This is for anxiety, depression, bipolar disorder, mania, anything that is for mental health, but especially anxiety and depression. And I will tell you, the day that this came out, I actually had a little personal run-in with a situation that was very emotional to me. And I was on the verge of tears the entire first day of convention. And that's when they announced this. And so Jeffrey ran to the product store and bought our convention kit. And I went back to the hotel of our friend nearby and took this. And within about 20 minutes of taking this and applying the oil, I felt almost completely back to normal. Literally, I had come from being on the verge of tears all day. And I was, meditating, using other oils. The way that these products work together is fascinating. You're gonna have to just Google, because I don't have time to talk for 45 minutes about what's in these. But basically, just as an overview, this botanical complex addresses the chemistry, namely your GABA receptors and your serotonin production and uptake from a systemic level. And then, of course, the essential oil works in tandem with your limbic system, your hypothalamus, all of that, the entire olfactory system, to affect emotions, energy, behavior, and thoughts. So you combine it together, and holy smokes. So I've heard from a lot of friends that have been using this since they came out, and whether you have a clinical diagnosis of some kind of mental thing that you're working through, or whether you're just every human being and you have worry, or you have doubt, or you have a little bit of anxiousness throughout the day, or a high stress job, or a high stress life transition, this is totally for you. So do you want to know what the protocol is? It's really easy. I take 2 capsules of this in the morning, and then with the roll-on, Dr. Hill said to rub it in the webbing of your hands and then the base of your skull. And then if you have a lot of anxiousness or a lot of need to improve your mood, then keep your diffuser running throughout the day with the straight oil. And that's it. And the pricing is incredible. So the box that has all 3 of these, and you understand, I don't sell essential oils anymore, so I'm not being biased. This is an amazing value. It's $82 US wholesale. And I don't know what the retail is, but if you buy the little trio with all 3 products, $82. And if I had to ask, the effects that I've experienced from this in the past 3 days since I've had these products, if I asked, is this worth $82 a month for me? Duh, that's super easy. And then you add that on top of Lifelong Vitality. And most of you won't go through these every month. So you would only need to restock just the complex every month. So much less money. It's amazing. So those are my favorite products. Do you love those? What were your favorite products? Okay, let's see here. Laura says, like you could take a breath, because there's so much. You're so welcome. Oh, how do you say this? Kahe Alani from, I'm assuming, Hawaii. Let's see here. Dawn says she loves adding other oils. Yeah, I actually don't love the smell of the Adaptive blend because it has spearmint, and I really hate spearmint. And so I just add a drop of black spruce to my Adaptive, and it smells incredible to me after that. Okay, let's see. Tammy Lee would love to know about the peppermint caps. I'm glad you asked. These are the new peppermint essential soft gels. Now, this is different from, this is a special product, and the reason why is because we have a lot of soft gels, but what makes this special is the kind of coating, and I'm gonna not screw up the name of it. It's called, I think it's enteric coating or something like that. Where is it? Oh, enteric coated soft gels. The trouble we have with ingesting oils is that it rarely, if ever, can make it into our small and large intestines, because we have so many other places where it gets absorbed and processed, and most of it is gone through our liver by the time we, wish that it would have gotten into our small and large intestines. Well, these enteric coated capsules are designed to get the peppermint oil deep into your digestive tract, where you might need the benefits of peppermint for your digestive comfort. So that's what makes this a really cool product. I hope you guys love that, because I think it's really neat. It's the first, one of the first enteric coated capsule products of peppermint ever. Let's see, Staria says that she loves Adaptive too. It's her favorite. Okay, next thing, I want to talk to you about humanitarian initiatives. As always, doTERRA shows what it's been doing for the past year, and one of the most touching parts for me was a school that was built in one of the countries where we source some oils. And this school is an area, of course, where there's very little money. It's a school for boys, and in general, it's, for some reason, companies like to fund schools for girls and less for boys. And so doTERRA came in and they built dormitories for this school. Dormitories that had showers and flushing toilets and bunk beds, like nice facilities. And the entire community was so touched. The mayor and different representatives from the community showed up for the grand opening, and we got to see little video snippets of these cute boys in their school uniforms that showed up. I think it was Kenya, and they showed up to see these new dormitories, and everybody was just so touched. And I just love knowing that every time I buy a bottle of essential oil, that I'm not only helping my body and my family, I'm helping the growers and the communities where these come from, and that so much love and attention and resources get poured back into these communities. What I love about doTERRA's products is that I'm getting rid of notifications, every MLM company has some kind of humanitarian outreach, and most of them are really, really good. A lot of them aren't directly related to the products. You might have an MLM that has amazing beauty products, and then they ship out special meals to developing countries in Africa. And it's a beautiful initiative. It just isn't necessarily directly tied to the company. And that's what I love about this. When you buy the essential oil, you're directly helping the communities that made this essential oil because of what doTERRA does with building schools and education programs and water supplies and medical facilities. There were other initiatives where doTERRA is building in Somaliland. They're building a medical facility because the people there don't have access to proper medical care. Like a state-of-the-art facility for this poor region of the world. How do you feel about knowing that your oils are doing that? It's pretty cool, huh? So, okay, there's humanitarian initiatives. I want to give a shout out to the winner of the Elevation Award this year, Season Johnson. I think you'll like this story if you missed it in the live convention. So Season Johnson had a child who suffered from a really intense form of cancer. And of course it was very taxing on her family. Well, she didn't receive the award because her family underwent a great deal of turmoil. She received the award because of what she did in return for other families that have similar situations. She has a foundation where parents that have kids with this kind of cancer can come for support. And there was a specific situation where a family that had multiple kids in Hawaii had their 2-year-old had this situation where their 2-year-old had this cancer. And Season took it on herself to reach out to this family, and she flew out to Hawaii, and she said, I'm here, I'm going to come and help your family. And what she asked, what can I do? She grocery shopped for them, she cooked, she cleaned their house for them, and she did this for a few weeks, for a number of weeks. And after a little while, her family flew out and spent a number of weeks in Hawaii so they could be close to their mom. And she wanted to be there for this family whose 2-year-old was suffering from this horrible cancer. And their child passed away. And they said that, they said in some video footage that it was so meaningful to them that they were able to spend these last months with their child and not worry about a lot of the other things that could take them away from being present, because they had someone there to just love and support the household. And so that was cool. And I think that the takeaway that most of us had from this story was, what opportunities do we have to serve? Knowing what our stories are, knowing the places where doTERRA has blessed us, where the oils or the income or the financial or the time freedom have blessed us, how can we take what we've been given and pass that along and pay it forward? Not pay it back. I don't like that, because that means that you have to receive something before you can give. How can we look at what we have and pay it forward? And so that was neat. And I hope that you enjoyed learning about that. And you can, I'm sure, read lots of other blog posts and Facebook stories about that. So, okay. A lot of people are excited about the Prime Meridian initiative. doTERRA's Prime Meridian Clinic, the first one, is already open, up and running in Pleasant Grove, Utah. And I know you're all thinking, how do I get one in my area? It's a big initiative to get doctors on board and create this environment where we're allopathically minded and holistically minded. And doTERRA is already in full swing. There's another one coming out in Nashville and another one in St. George, Utah. And then many more to come. So know that the initiative is not a dream, it's already happening. Really cool. I love that, because I'm going to talk about that in a minute. And then that's the last thing that I wanted to talk about. So how I see doTERRA being sustainable. Every year, the first thing that doTERRA does is they run a little reel that shows the past 12 months of doTERRA. And of course it includes statistics, how many new members, how many new rank advancements, things like that. And in the past year, of course, there have been 1 million plus several 100,000 new enrollments. And we see those numbers, and first we think, yay, that's amazing. And then some of us think, how are we going to furnish essential oils at the doTERRA standard to so many new households? Because if we have millions of new people every year consuming lavender oil, well, are the lavender farms going to be able to sustain that? And Jeffrey and I talk a lot about this because we're very impressed with how doTERRA is handling sustainability. Now, some of what I'm going to share with you here is me drawing conclusions based off of what they've shared from stage, not necessarily what they've told us. One of the things that I want to point out are these touch oils. So you know that, of course, a touch roll-on is the essential oil plus fractionated coconut oil. And I actually really love touch oils. The first reason why is because it means that we're being more sustainable. Instead of selling all pure bottles of essential oil, we can now buy diluted bottles, meaning that we're consuming less of these precious plants that we know do have limited resources. We have to grow more plants to produce more oils. Well, I like that it's a sustainability option. I also believe that in general, we overuse essential oils. I think that we put so many drops of pure oil on and it's not necessary to get the benefits. When you have a true essential oil that has the perfect chemistry, you don't need so much of the oil. I say smaller amounts of oil more frequently tend to get the best results. And I've taught this for years, and that's what we teach in the oil magic books too now. And I love that the touch oils do exactly that. It's smaller amounts of the oil, and you can use it more frequently, and you get amazing therapeutic results. So I love the touch roll-ons. I also love that when we have oils like black spruce, that doTERRA comes in and creates such beautiful relationships with these growers that time and time again, these growers sign exclusive agreements with doTERRA. doTERRA is the only essential oil company that harvests this strain of black spruce from these growers in the boreal forest. And I think that's amazing because you know that we have those agreements. I say we because I'm still a wholesale customer, so I get to say we. We have those agreements in place because of what this company stands for and how we treat people. And you should feel so proud of that, knowing that your products are sustainable because of the relationships that are being formed and because doTERRA is thinking ahead and making sure that we're delivering the oils in ways that are responsible and that continue to provide the benefits that we're looking for us and the people that we serve. I love all of that. Okay, of course I love it. I'm the one who said it. So the last thing that I want to share with you. Oh, let me make sure I'm not missing any questions. Tammy says, wow, Season sounds like a special lady. Very much so. Lorene says, howdy. So glad I caught you got by the corner of tracks. Oh, the story about the trucker and kicker. Sweet kids. There are so many stories. My gosh. I want to make sure I'm not missing any other questions that you wanted me to answer about convention products or anything like that. Okay, I think we got them. So, very cool. And those of you watching the replay later on, if you have any questions you want to know about any of these products or any of the things you've heard from convention, just type them in the comments. I'll come in later and answer them. And I'm just going to give you a little preview of what's coming. I have 3 new courses that I've been working on that I am super excited. They're not out yet, they're coming soon, but I just want to tell you what they are so you can get super giddy. The first one is called Launchpad. It's a small mini course for how to quickly enroll 3 customers and 2 builders to get your doTERRA rocket ready for takeoff. And that's going to be a short, simple course. The next course is called Launch Tech. I love online marketing and I love technology, and it's a place where people want to play more in the doTERRA world and where a lot of people get confused. So this small course will teach you how to launch your business leveraging online funnels and easy to use technology. And then the third course is actually a refresh, a new iteration of my 7 Steps to Residual Income course. It's called Rocket Marketing. And it's 7 steps to launch your doTERRA rocket into sustainable profitability. And I've been validating these courses with a lot of other wellness advocates and leaders, making sure that the content is exactly what will help people the most. So that's coming soon. Just keep an eye out for it. And then last thing from Heather Drake, she says, I take frankincense and copaiba under my tongue 3 times a day, and I use petitgrain for panic attack. I've only been using for a few months, but wow, they've helped me. Quit smoking. I love doTERRA products. Cool. Good for you, Heather. I love that testimonial. All right, friends, that's all for now. We'll send this out in an email too soon. So thank you for tuning in. Feel free to share this convention recap with your builder Facebook groups and other people that you think might be inspired by what doTERRA stands for and would like to learn about this because they're thinking maybe I should contribute to this wellness advocate movement too. Let's see. Oh, Robin says, are you still doing the website building? Yeah, that's launch tech, Robin. That's what will be coming out really, really soon. So just hang tight. I know a lot of people have been asking about it, and it's coming. I just want to make sure that it is really well done for you, because I only like to release things that will really serve you. So, much love for now, and I will see you all soon. Bye for now.